We are back here on Gone Fishkin, and I'm very stoked to be joined by the Maine right now. What's up?
What is up?
How are you?
Doing well. How are you?
Doing good. I was all excited. An interview in October, and it wouldn't be 110 degrees like it typically is on Warped Tour.
But it's quite the opposite.
Yeah, it's like 101.
104, 103. It's great. We brought it.
Yeah, you did. You brought
welcome.
the heat. Thank you for
Everyone,
that.
You're welcome.
So tonight is the first night of the Modern Nostalgia Tour, and I'm very excited to watch the show.
Oh, man, we're excited to play. Hopefully, we play them in order.
Yeah.
That's-
It might be out of order?
I don't know. If we f it up, it might be out of order.
Gotcha. So the Maine seems like the band that loves doing albums in full. This is probably the 4th or 5th time I've seen you guys play a full album.
Yeah, I think most of the desire is derivative of our passion about what we do. And we don't go into the studio to make single songs because we still believe there's there's something magic about making a record. So when we do make a record, we like to hear how it sounds, coming to life in a different space and on stage. So we decided to do the most recent albums because we didn't want to do a full 10-year of our first record because we felt like that was just what everybody else was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll probably do that at some point, but this is our way of not doing it right now.
Just delaying it just a little bit?
Yeah. Because we're really excited about what's going on right now and what we've been up to. And people have been really supportive of these last two specifically in a way that we haven't felt in a really long time. So we felt like it was a good opportunity to bring a different experience. And that's kind of the hardest part about touring in our eyes is creating and delivering a different experience every time we go out. Fortunately, people have been allowing us to do things like this, and that's what we're so grateful for. And we're excited to. We were talking about like people coming to the show and yelling out like songs that aren't on either record. That's kind of what I would probably do that too.
I just want to hear Shake It.
Yeah, just the knucklehead. Just I want to love you.
Just that one cover.
Into your arms.
So you have 4 albums under your belt, independent now.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel like it gave you the freedom to be like, okay, we're doing American Candy and Lovely Little Lonely on tour in full type thing? Or was that always there, the creative space for you guys to do that even while on a label?
You want to?
No, you go ahead. You're doing great.
I think, obviously being off those and away from those constraints of a record label, I think, again, kind of empower us to be able to do these things. I think that, I don't know, I think we would have done what we wanted to do, whether we were on a label or not. And
Okay.
I think that I think we're probably really I know we're really difficult to work with when it comes to somebody paying for something that we're going to do and then us doing it the way that we want to do it. And I just don't think that ever can align unless we meet like an eccentric billionaire that
just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Just like, here's some money and do whatever you want.
but we haven't met that person. So if you're watching and you have billions of dollars and you want to just give us some, please do so.
We need money.
Yeah. We'd like to buy a Blockbuster video back.
There's
And
only one left.
I know. I just bought it. Well, I tried to. I'm working on it. VHS is coming back. Everybody's talking about like vinyl records, vinyl. I'm like, VHS, dude. That's where it's at.
Nice. Well, I hope VHS does make its way back for your sake and my sake too. I got some good VHS
hope so,
tapes.
too.
Yeah. So you've
Milo and Me, Homeward Bound,
Space Jam.
pretty much everything dog related that is narrated by a human.
And Batman Forever.
And Batman Forever, yeah.
So you've been releasing kind of like reimagined versions of some of your singles you've released off of Lovely Little Lonely.
Yeah.
Including Black Butterflies and Deja Vu, my favorite one you guys have released so far. So did you guys record that in a session while recording the album, or you were like, hey, we could do this a little bit cooler too?
We just felt like there's something neat about the reimagination. Once you've sat with a song for a while, we got sent all the stems from our producer, and that just means like each track is soloed, so all the guitars can be manipulated and etc. So I bought a thing called the Machine from Native Instruments, and that's not an ad or a plug because they don't give me anything for free. But if you guys want to give me free stuff, I'd love to have it. But basically, it helped us kind of, I don't know, just start fresh. Basically, we had just a template of the song with the vocal, and I added new chords, and we kind of just sat in my room. And
it was kind of cool from my perspective, too, because usually John's either on an acoustic or a piano. So we had this new pad. And going off of that, I think it spawned new ideas, and the songs kind of transformed into... We've always had kind of a tough time taking, like, a rock song and turning it into more of, like, I don't know, just like a B version of itself. So I think that Machine has kind of been the middleman in making that transition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has like a really cool feel, like kind of an analog-y feel to it.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, which I know you guys experimented with at some point.
We did.
Which was real cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, so this tour is called the Modern Nostalgia Tour, which I think is a pretty fitting name with 2 albums that just came out. They're not exactly new, but
yeah.
I guess modern nostalgia is a perfect word for it. Now, you talk about nostalgia a lot on the new album. Now, is that something you guys kind of strive on? You like the idea of nostalgia, or you want to like keep pushing forward to newer things?
I think it's all about the push forward. I think it's really easy to get wrapped up in the past and become complacent. And I don't know, like I'm only going to have hair for, I give myself like another year, and I want to make this happen before it all goes, you know, so.
Just coming right off the top.
Yeah. It's like a Lego piece.
Well, mine literally looks like a Lego piece, so.
No, yours is nice. I like that.
Thank you.
But in all sincerity, we really are balding, and we need to pump it out before it all goes. So we gotta pump out the jams.
Well, that kind of leads into another question, because you guys obviously have the song My Hair and Am I Pretty, which kind of faces the whole, like, okay, who cares what we look like?
Sure.
And in my eyes, as I interpret it, it's like we put out kick music. It doesn't matter what we look like, in a way.
Yeah, I think it's more of a message of just, I don't know, being comfortable in your own skin, because it's the only skin you can be in. Well, I mean, now you can change. You can change. Yeah.
What movie was it?
Face Off. Silence of the Lambs. Face Off was, they literally took Cage and Travolta, and that was.
The voices. Like, how did they swap voices?
No, they just stayed their same selves, but then they were like different versions. Yeah.
It's like movie magic.
Yeah. It's Hollywood stuff. You wouldn't understand. But I think we live in such a strange time, and I'm sure every generation has said the same thing, but I don't know. I think that it's really important to promote the idea of positivity and, I don't know, just being good people. I don't know when that stopped, and I don't know if it has stopped. I don't think it has. But we can only control ourselves, and we're just trying to promote the message that you're not alone.
Got it.
Yeah.
Now, something else really cool the Maine has done is you guys don't charge for meet and greets, which is very, very
well,
weird
we do.
Oh.
But it's just really, really, really expensive for this specific package. It's $500,000. Well, how much is that Blockbuster video?
We need another $400,000.
It's $400,000, and
One person.
we need one person, one-time charge of $400K. We're not going to tell you what it's for. We're not. We're not going to tell you what yeah, it's going to be a sick experience if you pay $400K. We'll tell you that much. But we don't charge for meet and greets. We never have. We never will. It just doesn't make sense to us. I mean, it does to other people because they make a ton of money. But that's not what we're doing this for. And that's kind of that.
Yeah, I just read a huge post about it. I believe Pat wrote it.
Jared.
Jared? Oh, okay.
It was a collab.
But I don't know. It's for us. That's just how we've always done it. It's been obvious to us from the first tour that we ever did that there's an interaction that happens between us and our fans, and that just like in real life, you wouldn't pay to just talk to somebody. So we've kind of applied that moving forward and tried to get creative in other ways to make money that I guess you could compare to other bands charging for meet and greets. Like there's other ways to circumnavigate that. And, you know, we did like the free tour. We've done all kinds of fun things that play into that idea. And I think it's only built a better relationship with us and our fans. And it allows us to do more things on our end and be more creative with tours or with where we go to record records or how we record records. So it's given us a lot of opportunity just by having that basic concept of just free meet and greets.
Yeah. I think the idea of putting people on something like this, it diminishes the value of the individual. And when people say, wow, look at that, that's unattainable, that's the exact opposite of what we're trying to convey. We're trying to make it known that we started in a suburban just making it up, you know? So it's not like everybody go out there and be in a band, but if you want to be in a band, go do that. It's really about just empowering the individual and embracing the idea that everyone's unique and everyone has the opportunity to really seize whatever it is they're striving towards. So
That's awesome. I know fans are definitely stoked on something like that.
I hope so.
Yeah, I actually went into my sister's room while I was back home, and I saw Make America, and I'm like, wait a second. And then she had a Maine hat. Are you guys still selling those?
Do we have those?
I don't think we have them on this tour.
The joke's over.
Yeah, it's still stylish, though.
The joke's there. It's still there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just thought it was a funny thing while it wasn't real yet, and then now it's real. So
And now it's not as funny.
yeah. Joke's on us.
Yeah.
So what songs are you...
You want to get political for a little while?
If you want to get political
I'm
for...
just kidding. What's your view on religion? Do you believe in God? I'm just kidding.
Fucking squirming.
My
like,
hands are sweating too. But I think it's outside. It's hot.
Yeah, it's definitely hot. Now, what songs are you guys really stoked to play on this tour that you might not have had a chance to play live yet?
There are quite a few off the new record that we haven't touched yet. I think Sound of Reverie is one that I'm really excited to play. That was always, since we kind of cut the track, that was always my favorite for some reason. I don't know what it was. But that one is high on my list.
That's probably my least. I'm just kidding. There's a lot of new stuff. So we kind of had the set list is really easy because it's just the track listing for each record. But there's a lot of stuff that on Lovely Little Lonely that we haven't been able to do live yet, especially like the little interludes and whatnot. So I don't know. For me, I think Don't Come Down, the first track on the record. For me, that's really fun because we get to open with that, just like the record.
People don't know that yet.
Oh, they don't know the order of the...
They don't know that we're playing that one first, but now they do. Is this live?
Oh,
Cut.
Was I not?
Gonna switch off every night?
Maybe.
What album?
Yeah. We were talking about, yeah.
Well, I'm glad I could be a part of that, technically. I get
Yeah.
a third of the idea.
You now know.
I do know. All right, I'm going to pretend I never did this interview
Yeah.
before seeing you guys tonight.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all going to be a surprise.
Okay, cool.
And luckily, this is airing on the third date of the tour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
People will already know then.
Yeah, people,
Okay, we're
people
good.
might know that
We're
YouTube
good.
thing's a killer.
You know.
Or setlist.fm.
Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracies on YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you ever get into that stuff?
Oh, I love that stuff. What's your favorite?
It's something about an alien or something. I don't know.
You like the alien stuff?
I'm not sure.
The Area 51 one's good, and the
Okay.
Burning Man conspiracies are pretty.
Burning Man?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
like that festival.
Tell me more.
I can't. I don't want to spoil it.
Okay. All right.
But there's conspiracies for sure.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Everything
Like,
gets burned
what's
to
the
the ground.
Oh.
Yeah. But what are they burning?
Oh.
Yeah.
Who are they? Is that who are they burning?
Maybe. I don't know. I haven't made it past 15 minutes into one.
Oh. Thank you. I'm on. I'm in. I'm there.
Awesome. Well, you guys are on tour for the next 6 weeks, I believe it is.
Yeah.
So
About a
the
month.
Modern
Well,
Nos-
no. Yeah. 6 weeks. Yeah.
Modern Nostalgia Tour with Dreamers and Night Riots.
Sick. Yeah.
So really stoked to see the show. And talk about the opening bands a little bit because Dreamers is pretty tight. We had them at the idobi studio a little while ago. And
Nice.
Just love them.
Yeah. We're very keen on their music. We actually just got to tour with Night Riots. We had met them 7 years ago. We played one show in San Diego with them, and we had been fans of their band when they were called PK. And maybe nobody knows about their old band name, but they were called PK. And they changed their name. We just got off tour with them in Europe. And so it makes it really easy to kind of come back over here and say hello to all of them and not have to remember names. And that's always tough.
We know who's in what band. At least.
Yeah. Yeah, so they put on a sick show, and Dreamers, we've literally just met them.
I haven't met them.
I haven't met a couple of them, but we're big fans of their music, excited to see the live show, and just excited that they agreed to be a part of the tour.
Awesome. Well, I'm stoked for the show tonight. Everyone should be stoked on the tour. Check themainband.net
I don't even know anymore.
or facebook.com/themain.
Facebook?
would Google it.
Yeah, I would go to Google or Jeeves, ask Jeeves. Actually, you know what I'm big on?
What?
I'm big on Bing. I'm big on Bing. And that's not an ad, another ad, I know. So if Bing, you want me to get a tattoo of you or wear a shirt, I will do that for $400,000.
Oh, speaking of tattoos, is that an alien tattoo?
No, it's not. I tried to get, it's supposed to be a road and those are birds.
Oh.
Yeah, so I put the birds there because everybody asked me if it was an alien I might get it erased. I might erase it.
How?
You laser erase it. Yeah, you buy these lasers on Amazon. And then it's a home remedy.
You should stay the course.
Yeah.
Well, maybe next time I see you, you won't have that tattoo. But thank you guys so much for sitting down with me. Always a pleasure. And I'm stoked for the Modern Nostalgia Tour.
Hell yeah, thank you.
Thanks, man.
No problem.